Maybe in a second. How much snow do you think you're gonna get, Heidi?
Pardon?
How much snow do you think you might get?
This place is quite warm, so if it's not, maybe very few, they can't accumulate enough.
Okay. Yeah, so just a dusting.
Yeah, always melts quickly. Then
Yeah.
after that, very dirty. I hate it.
Okay, yeah, it does get dirty pretty quickly. Um, all right. And Carlos, Carlos, are you there?
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Fine, thank you. Here at home, now relaxed.
Okay, nice. Good to hear. And yeah, relaxing at home. What what else have you done today?
Now I will be working here in my computer after this class, and tonight perhaps I will go party with my friends.
Nice. Okay, cool. Sounds like a good day. So a little bit
Uh,
more work, and then maybe going out with your friends.
mm.
Nacho, Nacho, welcome to class as well. Nacho, how are you?
Hi, fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thanks for asking. And so, Nacho, what have you been up to today?
Well, it's a very relaxing day. It's a Saturday, so it's my first class here. So I just enrolled on Verbling. So,
Okay, nice. Welcome to Verbling. Nacho, where are you from?
Madrid, Spain.
Okay, nice. And yeah, what do you do in your free time? What do you do for fun?
Well, I like going out with my friends, going to the movies, uh, internet, uh, listening to music,
Okay, all good things. What types of music do you like?
especially pop music and also 80s and 90s.
Okay, pop music, 80s, 90s, stuff like that. Awesome. Um, okay, cool. And Pavel, how's it going?
Yes, hi. How are you?
Doing well, thanks for asking. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Nice. And so Pavel, what about you? What have you done today?
I've just have shopping with my wife.
Okay. Okay, so just shopping with your wife. What did you go shopping for?
Oh, I don't know. It's uh, it's a deal of my wife.
Okay. Um,
She makes me to shops and she buy some things. I try to uh, I try to not uh, now I try to not know about that.
okay. Maybe I try not to pay attention.
I try not to pay attention about
Okay.
all things what she wants to buy.
Okay. Um, nice. Cool. And Adrian, welcome to class as well. Adrian, how's it going?
Hi, teacher. I'm fine. And you?
Doing well, thanks for asking. Adrian, what have you been up to today?
Nothing special. Only I have breakfast and I I took a class. Now is the second class. You?
Okay, nice. And so what did you learn about in your first class?
The first class?
Hmm.
What?
What did you learn about?
Phrasal verb.
Phrasal verbs. Okay, cool. So which phrasal verbs did you learn?
For example, to wander off.
To wander off?
Yeah, yeah, wander off. Uh, or to walk someone through something.
Nice.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah, those are some good phrasal verbs. Those are tricky ones.
yeah.
Okay, and yeah, let's get started with today's class. And let's start with Carlos. Can you read the title and the words?
Okay, the news. Today we will practice conjugating verbs, read comics, read and discuss news stories, and practice role plays.
Nice. Really good job. Maybe conjugating.
Conjugating. Okay.
Conjugating. Okay. Other than that, you did a really good job, though. And let's have Carlos. Can you ask Heidi the first question?
Yes. Do you watch the news? Why or why not? So ask or answer?
Just ask.
Okay. So
And Heidi, can you answer?
ask. I repeat. Okay.
Okay. Yes, I watch the news and even I read news on the website because it's very important for economy, in Japanese economy. Every news from the world connects the economy. Then and even now we have a lot of problems. For example, one journalist was captured in ISIS, so they are threatening the Japanese government the money, and next other person in Jordan. So they involved a lot of countries.
Okay, so a journalist was captured by ISIS, and he's asking for money from the Japanese government. Yeah, definitely a big problem right now. And so, I'm not sure, you did say you watch the news and you read the news on the website?
Yes, and even reading news on the website.
Okay. We'd say I read news on websites, generally because there'd be more than one website that you go to read the news. If it was just that one website, you could mention the new website by name.
What you mean on TV?
Huh?
I watch the news on TV and I read news on online.
Yeah, online. That works too. Nice. Okay, definitely. And the news is important for the economy. Okay, Heidi, can you ask Nacho the next question?
Do you prefer watching the news or reading the news? Why?
Well, I prefer reading the news, especially on Twitter. I read all the news from different newspapers, international newspapers, and I usually don't watch the news on TV. I don't like TV. So
I don't usually.
yeah, I don't usually watch the news on TV.
Okay, good. Yeah, other than that, that was really good. Okay, and maybe Nacho, can you ask Pavel the last question here?
Sure. What news story are you following now?
Okay. Now I follow news about economy news, about the economy news, about the economy. There is economic crisis in Russia now, and I want to pay attention to ways to ways avoid trouble in my company. to avoid trouble in my company. Yes.
Nice. Okay, good. So I'm following the news about the economy. There's an economic crisis in Russia right now, and I want to pay attention to the ways to avoid trouble in my company. Really nice. Good job. Okay, and yeah, I think that was good. Just some small things that we corrected as we went. But nice job, Pavel. What about you, Adrian? What news story are you following right now?
Now, I am following about the crisis or the change of the government in Greek. I don't know. Greek.
Greece.
Greece. Okay. Greece. Yeah. The international news that I am following is it is because because
Um,
yeah.
Okay, we say that is at the beginning. So that's the international news that I'm following.
Yeah.
Can you read that sentence one more time?
That's the international news that I'm following.
Good. Okay. Really well said. Okay, and any questions here? Any questions? Okay, maybe one more. Carlos, what news story are you following right now?
I'm following about startups news.
I'm following
Uh,
news about startups.
yes, because yes, I run two startups and I am very interested about what the competitors do and what new startups are growing in there in United States.
Nice. Doing in the... And so what kinds of startups do you run, Carlos?
Yes, I run one about travel. Well, both are about travel. One of them is about connect people who travel with local people who show the city. No, it's called Beat Tripper. Beat Tripper.
BitTripper?
No, yes, Beat Tripper. And the second one is a travel agency called Happy Locals, and we post very cheap flights since Spain to other place.
Cool. Okay. Yeah, that sounds really cool. Nice. Yeah, really well said too. Okay, let's go on to the next page. And let's have Carlos, can you actually read the title and the words?
Yes, vocabulary, correspondent, future, breaking news, tabloid, plagiarize, journalist, e- editorial, yellow journalism, columnist.
Good.
What mean plagiarize?
Yeah, it's plagiarize.
Ah, okay.
Okay, and who knows what plagiarize means?
Plagiar?
Yeah.
Yeah.
To copy? Ah, okay.
Yeah. Good. So it's just to copy somebody else's work.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, and yeah. Any other questions about any of these words?
I have another one. Yellow journalism.
Okay.
What's because I don't know if here in Spain we call pink pink news is like about famous people, but I don't know if it's the same there.
Not quite. Not quite. Heidi, what's yellow journalism?
I'm not sure. Yellow means kind of suffering or the murder case in Italian. But I'm not sure about English.
Okay, I wasn't quite sure what she said it was in Italian.
They said yellow book is like suspense books.
Okay.
Giallo. Libro giallo means yellow books.
Okay, it's a little bit different. Does anybody know what yellow journalism is?
I think it's a low-level journalist. The information is not reliable. Maybe.
Yeah. Unreliable information.
Yeah.
Generally, yeah, yellow journalism would be lies, is what we would call yellow journalism. If you're trying to lie about someone. Sorry.
Sensationalism? No?
Sensationalism, lies, and false news. And, I guess written in order to, to get more readers. And not in the interest of news. So yeah, generally it's not news, it's just kind of lies, unstable information, sensationalism. Yeah. Any other questions here? Okay. And let's have Nacho. Can you make a sentence using correspondent?
Sure. For example, my brother is a correspondent in China. Yeah.
Okay. For what?
For economical news.
Nice. Just economic news.
Okay.
Good. Really nice job. Okay, and let's go here, and let's start with Pavel. Can you read the title and try the first sentence?
Our foreign blank in Greece for the past 2 weeks, covering this story. We turn to him now. Correspondent. Correspondent is no. Our foreign correspondent is in Greece.
Not quite. So for the past 2 weeks is really important.
Was in Greece.
So not quite. Something that's in the past, but also the present. So it's not was, because he's still in Greece, because we're going to go to him now. Does anybody know? Can anybody help him out here?
Has been?
Yeah, has been.
Mm.
Does that make sense? We'd use the present perfect there? Papa?
Yes.
So you understand why it would be the present perfect?
Yes, I understand.
Okay. Can you read the whole sentence?
Our foreign correspondent has been in Greece for the past 2 weeks, covering this story. We turn to him now.
Good. Okay. And what about the next one, Adrian?
Yeah. Today's blank explaining from bankers to begin the recent economic crisis. Today's is columnist.
Today's columnist, not quite.
Today is, no? Is
Nope. So this is possessive. This is
okay.
like the blank
Okay.
of today.
Done. Okay. Today breaking news. Maybe.
Breaking news could work. There's a better one here.
Feature. I don't know.
Yeah, today's feature.
What is the meaning of feature in this contest?
Does anybody know? Can anybody explain what a feature is? Any ideas? Okay, so a feature. Yeah, Heidi, go ahead.
A special article.
Yeah, it's like a special, generally long article. Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Today feature explain how bankers have begun the recent economic crisis.
We would just use a simple past tense here.
Simple past.
Yeah, the simple past.
Began the recent economic crisis.
Good. Bankers began. And can you repeat crisis?
Crisis.
Nice.
Crisis.
Crisis. Okay, good. And let's go on Carlos. What are the next one?
Well, that news agency is rubbish. What do you mean rubbish?
Really bad, like trash.
Okay. Okay. It's rubbish. All they printed for the past 10 years is breaking. I know it's yellow journalism.
Good. We need to change printed.
I said printed in the past, but.
But for the past 10 years.
Have printed.
Good. Nice. All I've printed for the past 10 years is yellow journalism.
Okay.
Good. Heidi, what about the next one?
The columnist of the terrorists.
Yeah. Weird. Okay, that's fine. I'd just change it. That'd probably be a journalist. Yeah, it's really weird. I had just rewritten this whole sentence.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, person, so I chose.
Yeah, no, I know. It's perfect. Go ahead, and can you finish it up?
The journalist who the terrorist. I think the captain terrorist hold for the past month. Okay, terrorists have held captive for the past month, but released yesterday. No, held.
Okay, I think it's closer to the present perfect. The only thing...
Already passed, so held.
Yeah, so it's in the past, but it was happening in the past.
Had held. Past perfect.
Yeah.
Had held.
Yeah, and maybe,
Then yesterday was so past. Had held it should be older than yesterday. Then.
yeah, so it's something that happened in the past, continued or was relevant for a long time, but then ended as well. It was interrupted by another interaction, which was released.
Oh.
So yeah, past instead of the present past. We might even want to use the present or the past perfect progressive.
Had been holding.
Yeah. Because it was something that was going on. It was something that was happening. Yeah. Okay. But really nice job, Heidi. That was a difficult one. Did a really good job with your pronunciation too. Nacho, what about the next one? Oh, there we go.
Our most famous editorials.
Alright. That's in there too. We just deleted it. So it's actually columnist here.
Oh, okay. Okay. So our most famous columnist writes editorials about love.
Nice. About love. Our most famous columnist writes editorials about love. Perfect. Nicely done. Okay. Does anybody have any questions here? Okay, let's do some reading. Okay, and let's start with Pavel. Can you read the beginning of this paragraph?
Okay. A whole 3 years ago, President Obama and Congress cut the last-minute deal to increase the debt ceiling. Hint: the limit that the United States is allowed to borrow. Now raising it would have been a big deal. The agreement allowed an increase in the debt ceiling, which Obama wanted, in exchange for automatic spending cuts to reduce the federal deficit, which the GOP wanted. This has picked up since way back in 2011. Federal deficit, gas prices, and unemployment are all down, and Obama's approval rating are up.
Good. Okay, really nicely done. A couple small things. Allowed. Can you repeat allowed, Pavel?
Allowed.
Ceiling.
Ceiling.
Yeah, ceiling.
Ceiling.
Good. Deficit.
Deficit.
Good. Deficit. Okay, and any questions here?
Ceiling.
Yes, I don't understand the phrase not reaching it would have been a big deal.
Okay.
Not reaching, I don't know, not reaching.
So we're talking about, again, not raising the debt ceiling. Would have been a big deal. Does anybody know what this sentence means? Explain that sentence.
Yes. It's about national debt. The national debt has some limit in America. Then over this year, the economy was very bad, and there are lack of budget. then Obama needed to rise up the debt ceiling. Ceiling means a limitation. It is a very big problem.
Yeah, so not raising the debt ceiling, it's like the amount of money that we owe plus the amount of money that we need to borrow to maintain a functioning government, a functioning system. We were approaching that number, and people were just going to refuse to raise it. But it would have been a huge problem because other countries would have, not trusted the American dollar as much. It would have changed a lot of things. The government would not have been able to run functionally because they wouldn't have had any money. Yeah, and so that's why it would have been a big deal. It would have been an important issue. Does that make sense?
A big deal is a big deal. Okay, big deal is the meaning is issue, a big issue.
Yeah, a large issue.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
Okay.
I understand now. Yeah.
Okay, and any other questions? What about the GOP? Does anybody know what the GOP is?
Goods. I don't remember.
Okay,
It's,
so it stands.
Gross
gross.
product, but
That's actually the GNP.
okay.
So the GOP is the Grand Old Party, and they're just called they're Republicans.
Political party.
Yeah, it's another political party. So their nickname is the Grand Old Party, but it's the Republican Party. Okay. So yeah, just the Republicans. And so let's go on to the next part. Let's have Adrian. Can you read the next paragraph?
Yeah. So yesterday Obama announced he's done with the spending cut. On Monday, he expects to call for an additional 74 billion in spending on the military and domestic programs. While many Republicans are down with the increased military spending, they aren't agreed on how to pay for it. Insert fact here. And speaking of yesterday, the newly Republican Senate passed a bill approving the Keystone XL pipeline, massive oil pipeline, also a massive political headache. Obama has promised to veto the bill if it comes to his desk, and yesterday votes brings it one step closer.
Good. Okay. So yeah, you did a really good job. Military. Can you repeat military?
Military.
Nice. Fight. Insert fight.
Fight.
Yeah. Fight.
Insert fight. I don't know. Fight.
Yeah. So this is pretty slangy, I guess you could say. Insert fight here. Does anybody know what that means in the context of this sentence? Any ideas? So, okay, what's happening? Obama said he's done with spending cuts. He's going to ask for $74 billion to spend on military and domestic programs. And then Republicans do want to increase military spending, but they don't know how to pay for it. So, insert fight here means thus there will be a fight because of this issue in the government. So they're just assuming there's going to be a fight.
Hmm.
So insert fight here. They'll fight about this. Also, veto. Can you repeat veto?
What? Ah,
Veto.
veto. Veto.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
So we veto bills. And then headache.
Headache. Headache.
Huh. Okay. Cool. Yeah, this is really good. Does anybody have any questions on this page? Okay. And so let's go. And Adrian, can you ask Carlos this first question?
What do you think about this topic?
Oof. It's difficult. Answer.
No, don't worry about it. So about government spending in general, I guess, and if you want to be more particular about this case, but just the idea of government spending, you could talk about partisanship, so the fact that they're going to argue about spending, yeah, debt ceilings, really anything in this article that you want to talk about. What do you think about government spending, maybe in general?
About spending, about in the car, for example. You know.
Yeah. So is spending more money good?
Yes. No. I think a lot of, in general, a lot of government use the money. I think in a lot of a lot of threats that aren't very important for the future of the country, like wars or about their los sueldos, how is it? What?
Salary.
Salary, yes. So, but I think it's very difficult to manage that. So, I don't know how to explain.
Yeah, it's definitely difficult to manage. Okay, so lots of governments spend money in ways that are not important for the future of the government, wars, salaries, but it is difficult to manage. Okay, I think that's good. Heidi, do you have anything in particular that you'd like to add?
This news was 2 years ago. It happened, and because they had a lack of budget, economy was not so good. But after decided budget, usage of budget, American economy was very good last year. So
Yeah.
this decision was very good.
Okay, yeah, so definitely raising the debt ceiling was a really good decision. I guess the main news is that yesterday he announced that he's going to, stop the spending cuts. So I guess the idea of stopping the spending cuts that were part of the 2011 deal, do you think that's a good idea or a bad idea?
Even Japan, it was very good. 2 years ago, Japan's prime minister changed. Then his strategy was decrease the money flow. It means printed a lot of yen bills. Then last year, Japanese economy was very good, and less yen is less appreciated to dollars. Many companies before they moved to China or some cheap way, and the country who had very cheap wage, the laborers were cheap wage, but it returned to Japan. So maybe this year, Japan's economy will be much better.
Okay. I missed some of what you were saying. I'm not sure if it's the volume or maybe my connection, but
Money flow, increased money flow.
okay, so increasing the money flow is good.
Yeah.
Okay, and so that's what Japan did last year or 2 years ago. So they tried to
Yeah.
increase the money flow, inject
Mm,
money into the market, and then the economy will get better and attract businesses back from China.
yes. So
Okay.
opposed group disagree with that, but finally it was very
Uh-huh.
good decision for Japanese economy, the same as America.
Okay, good. So you think that it's a good idea to increase spending,
Yeah.
maybe. Okay, nice. And Nacho, do you agree or do you disagree with Heidi?
Well, I think it's a good idea to spend more money, but we need to think about the things we want to spend our money. For example, I think the United States spend too much money on military and on space research, for example, but sometimes social. Uh, so sometimes we don't spend enough money in social issues and education.
Okay, nice. Yeah, sometimes we don't spend enough money on social issues and education for sure. Yeah, the military is definitely one of the big things that the U.S. spends a lot of money on. Really well said. Really great grammar. One small thing, just the preposition on. We need to think about the things that we want to spend our money on. Is really the only thing, Nacho, that I noticed. Other than that, you did a great job. Yeah, really good grammar. Very impressive. Okay, and does anybody have anything they'd like to say about this topic? So this news article, in general, anything they'd like to say? Okay, let's move on then. Um, okay, we could try a role play, or we could go to comics. Does anybody have an interest in one or the other, a role play or a comic? Okay, let's try this. Pavel, can you read the role of the father?
Okay. You think that your family should watch the news at night and discuss it. It's a good way to raise consensus children who know how to dialogue about what is happening in the world. Convince your son to watch the news with the family. Consensus. Consensus. Conscientious. Conscientious. Do you hear me?
Yeah, sorry, that was good, but conscientious. One more time, sorry.
Conscientious.
Yeah, and make sure it's more of a sh. Conscientious.
Conscientious. Conscientious.
Good. Yeah, you got it right at the end. Conscientious. It's a hard one though, but nicely done. And then dialogue.
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 And let's have Adrian. Can you read the other role?
Yeah. You hate watching the news with your family. You don't mind reading the news, but you think that the TV channel your father likes is too basic. 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 You don't want to hurt his feelings, but it's annoying having to always argue against him. Find a solution without being mean. Um,
Good.
yeah,
Okay. A couple small things. Biased.
biased. Bias is
and being.
what? Being, being, being. Bias is what is the meaning? Okay.
Okay, so biased would be like one-sided and unfair, maybe.
One
Does
side.
that make sense?
One side.
One-sided.
One side.
One-sided.
Yeah. Okay. It's one way to see something.
Yeah, so if you only look at one side of an issue, you're biased.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, let's start with Pavel. Can you pretend you're the father? What would you say first? Pavel?
Yes. Oh. Maybe it makes sense to change the channel of news.
Okay, so, I mean, before your son says anything, just, you want to convince him to watch the news with your family. So, I mean, just pretend you're starting a conversation with your son. How'd you start the conversation?
uh, um, you have to you have to see you have to watch good news channel and you watch the news you have to you have to watch no right not good not honest you have to watch news which I like watch
Okay,
news
you have to.
I like what I like.
Okay. No, you'd say that I like. This is a little bit harsh. I guess, yeah, maybe start out. You have to watch a good news channel. You have to watch the news that I like. Maybe you're not aware that your news is biased. Maybe like a good one would be like, hey, son, why don't you watch the news with us tonight? Something like that. That's a little bit more polite. Just to start out with a conversation, you keep it light. Can you repeat that line, maybe?
Uh,
So can you repeat this one?
Hey Sam, why don't you watch the news with us tonight?
Good. Adrian, how would you respond?
Um, uh, Father, I am interested in a news, but this channel is it is too partial.
Partial, too biased would sound better.
Oh, okay. Maybe I we we will we will try to watch other channel too.
Okay, good. Carlos, how would you respond as the father?
I think if you want to be a clever man in the future, you have to dialogue with us and to understand both sides of the both side of the threat. I don't know.
Issue?
Issue, yes. So,
yeah, you have to. I mean, that's good. You have to dialogue to understand what side of the issue you're on. Is that what you're trying to say?
yes.
Okay, I think. Okay, maybe if you want to have a clever mind, you have to dialogue to understand what side of the issue you're on.
Yes.
All right. Yeah, that's solid. That's a good one. Nacho, how would you respond as the son?
Yes, but I know I don't like this channel because all the journalists are very conservative, and you know that I like to have more points of view.
Okay. Good. And Pavel, how would you respond?
Oh. I don't know. Maybe you you want to know my position, and if you see if you watch news with me, with us, we can discuss about that, and we will know we are closer to each other. Will be closer to each other.
Okay, and sorry, what did you say? I thought that's what you said. What did you say here?
I don't understand.
Okay. I thought that's what you said.
Yes, we will be closer to each other.
Okay. So maybe if you want to know my position, yeah, maybe we could start this. If you want to know my position, we can watch the news together. We can watch the news together, and we can discuss it. And then maybe it will bring us closer together.
It will bring us closer to each other. Bring us, yes.
Yeah. Can you read those 2 sentences one more time?
Yes, if you want to know my position, we can watch the news together and we can discuss it. It will bring us closer to each other.
Nice. Okay, good. And maybe Adrian, what's the last thing you'd say if you're the son?
We bring. I am agree with you, but um, uh, I I propose I propose you first. We can try watch your channel, and then we can try to watch other channel to have other point of view, and can I can discuss this news.
Okay, I agree with you, but I propose
I propose first
that first. Yeah.
that no your we can try watching your channel, and then we can try to watch another channel.
Okay, yeah. To gain new points of view in order to discuss this news. That's good. I think that's great. Really good answer. All right, and so we're just about out of time. Does anybody have any last questions before we finish up?
Yes, I didn't understand what mean biased. Is too biased.
Biased?
Yeah, biased.
So
Yes.
again, biased is like one-sided or unfair. So a biased news source will be either left-wing or right-wing.
Mm.
One point of view. Yeah?
Yeah.
But narrow. Okay.
Another opinion.
Yeah, you're one-sided, you're unfair, you're either very, very left-wing or you're very, very right-wing.
Okay.
And you don't allow the other side into the argument. You don't listen to them. You're biased.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. Any other questions here? All right. Well, thanks for coming in, guys, and hopefully I'll see you guys again soon. Have a really good day.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you,
Joshua.
teacher.
Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Have a good day.